Who are you? Who are we? My friends, you know that we are messengers of unconditional love. Our message is not that we come to you in love, but that we and you are love, because we are all one. So your question is asked against our background of being aware that all of us are one interacting, interpenetrating union of various focus, or points which the Creator may use to observe, to process, and to harvest experience. Therefore, when you serve another, you are serving yourself. However, in a sense of being able to use that information to work spiritually, we realize that there needs to be more discussion. And so we move a step closer to the question and talk about you and those with whom you interact. We have just noted that you and all others are part of a unitary creation. However, as with all good spiritual principles, there's a paradox involved. That paradox is that each of you exists in his own universe. You are the creator of that inner universe. Therefore, it is as if you were a sun, radiant and unimaginably full of love and the light of the one infinite creator. Others are also suns with their own radiance. Between you, just as there seems to be great distance between suns, there's a great distance, shall we say, a sea of in-between. Each who is incarnated in a physical body, such as you are, is deeply aware of that great water of otherness that seems to exist between one person and another. While it is true that all of this otherness is an illusion, nevertheless, it is also true that the sense of being different from the rest of creation was carefully set up for you in order to create an atmosphere in which you could do spiritual work. The Creator has attempted creations in which each entity in third density was aware of the truth of unity. It was discovered that in this atmosphere of being completely aware of who they were, entities were not motivated to seek further. The veiling of this awareness of the unitary nature of all creation was discovered to be an improvement on the design of, shall we say, the schoolroom of third density. Your particular creation, then, is a creation in which you are veiled from that stunning awareness of your identity with all that exists. And it is though you live in a body which is a barrier or a defense, and certainly a limitation and a demarcation between you and the rest of the world. When you come into contact with other people, it is though those two stars become two ships that are sailing closer and closer together. Naturally, they do not wish to run into each other. They navigate around each other with some care. There is that within each which yearns, however, to come into right relationships with others. There is a deep desire to find harmony, peace, relaxation, and mutual affection when you reach out to another person. How you think about yourself does impact the way that others see you in a subconscious manner. This is because actions speak louder than words. Your body language, your gestures, your speech, the expression on your face, the look in your eye, all come across to the other person in ways you cannot imagine looking in the mirror. You do not see the self that others see when they look at you. You shall never know how beautiful some people think you are, and hopefully you shall never know how unattractive others think you are. You are encased in your own opinions of yourself, and while others' opinions of you may batter against that bastion, they cannot bring it down. What you think about yourself is what is in your own creation and in your own universe. There is a moment in the seeker's life when the seeker chooses his way of life. When that moment comes, and indeed for many entities upon the surface of your planet at this time, that moment has not yet come and may not come at all. Something changes about the way you see yourself. When you decide you wish to be of service to others, and you wish to polarize in that sense, you create an expectation, a hope, and a goal. Naturally, you cannot imagine precisely what being of service to others will entail, but you set your intention, and with that intention, your ship has now formed a rudder. Your star has now formed its orbit. You have created in your universe a pole star of hope. This creates, metaphysically speaking, a passage from the spiritual immature person to the spiritually mature person. This is not to say that there's not always work to do in ripening the fruit of self, but that until you take yourself seriously enough to make that life decision to offer all that you are in service to others, metaphysically speaking, you have not yet awakened from the dream of incarnation. When you have taken yourself that seriously and dedicated yourself that completely to the hope of being loved within the world that you experience at this time, you become a magical entity. You know who you are to a greater extent than anyone could who has not yet come to the point of making that choice. As you go about your life after that point, there may be no obvious difference in the services that you render to others. Nevertheless, to you there is a difference. There's a profound difference in that you have taken responsibility to seek resources and materials that will help you to investigate how to be of service and how to be of service more skillfully. So, in a way, you put yourself under the gun. We use that idiomatic expression because in a way, the decision to be of service to others is like the starting gun of a race. It's a marathon. It is more than a marathon. It's a lifetime, and you seek to move steadily, running a straight race with God's good grace, as this instrument's hymn has it. The same hymn brings us to our next point. The next word of that particular poem are, "Lift up thine eyes and seek his face." You are under grace, my friends, when you choose to be of service. A tremendous amount of help surrounds you in that choice. Grace abounds, for when you choose to love, you choose to express the nature of the creation and the Creator. Your choice is a direct alignment with the truth, that truth that is such a great mystery that no one has ever been able to articulate it. When you lift up from gazing at your own thoughts, your own processes, and the details of your conscious existence, you lift yourself into a goodly companion. You lift yourself to a level of concept.